Hello, learner. Now we come to the last step in the process of hiring personnel, that is, placement and induction of an employee into an organization. In this last lecture of this topic, we shall learn about the various aspects of induction. Induction is the process of receiving and welcoming employees when they first join a company and giving them the basic information they need to settle down quickly and happily and start work. Induction has four aims. First, to smooth the preliminary stages when everything is likely to be strange and unfamiliar to the starter. Second, to establish quickly a favorable attitude to the company in the mind of the new employee so that he or she is more likely to stay. Third, to obtain effective output from the new employee in the shortest possible time. And fourth, to reduce the likelihood of the employee leaving quickly. Let us see why taking care about induction is so important. It is so for the following reasons. First, reducing the cost and inconvenience of early leavers. It has been observed that employees are far more likely to resign during the first months after joining the organization. The costs can include recruitment costs of replacement, induction costs, that is training, etc., costs of temporary agency replacement, and costs of extra supervision and error correction. These costs can be considerable. First impressions are important, as are the impact of the first 4 weeks of employment. Giving more attention to induction pays off. Second, increasing commitment. A committed employee is one who identifies with the organization, wants to stay with it, and is prepared to work hard on behalf of the organization. The first step in achieving commitment is to present the organization as one that is worth working for, and to ensure that this first impression is reinforced during the first weeks of employment. Clarifying the psychological contract. The psychological contract consists of implicit, unwritten beliefs and assumptions about how employees are expected to behave and what responses they can expect from their employer. It is concerned with norms, values, and attitudes. This contract provides the basis for the employment relationship, and the more this can be clarified from the outset, the better. Induction provides an opportunity to inform people of the way things are done around here, so that misapprehensions are reduced even if they cannot be eliminated. Accelerating progress up the learning curve. New employees will be on a learning curve. They will take time to reach the required level of performance. Clearly, the length of the learning curve and rates of learning vary, but it is important to provide for it to take place in a planned and systematic manner from the first day itself. Socialization. New employees are likely to settle in more quickly and enjoy working for the organization if the process of socialization takes place smoothly. The social aspects of work, relationships with colleagues, are very important for many people. Now, let us take a look at the various steps in the induction process. First is reception. Here is a checklist for reception as recommended by Fowler. Ensure that the person whom the starter first meets, that is, the receptionist, or the personnel assistant, or the supervisor, knows of their pending arrival and what to do next. Set a reporting time which will avoid the risk of the starter turning up before the reception or office staff arrive. Train reception staff in the need for friendly and efficient helpfulness towards new starters. If the new starter has to go to another location immediately after reporting, provide a guide, unless the route to the other location is very straightforward. Avoid keeping the new starter waiting. Steady, unhurried, guided activity is an excellent antidote to first day nerves. The next step is documentation. A variety of documents may be issued to employees, including safety rules and safety literature, a company rule book containing details of disciplinary and grievance procedures, and an employee handbook, which should convey clearly and simply what new staff needs to know. A company handbook usually includes a brief description of the company, its history, products, organization, and management. Basic conditions of employment: hours of work, holidays, pension schemes, insurances. Pay: scales, when paid and how, deductions, queries. Sickness, notification of absence, certificates, and pay. Leave of absence, company rules, disciplinary procedure, grievance procedure, promotion procedure, education and training facilities, health and safety arrangements, medical and first aid facilities, restaurant and canteen facilities, social and welfare arrangements, telephone calls and correspondence, rules for using email, and traveling and subsistence expenses. If the organization is not large enough to justify a printed handbook, the least that can be done is to prepare a typed summary of this information. The next step is the initial briefing. The member of the HR department or other individual who is looking after new employees should run through the main points with each individual, or when larger numbers are being taken on, with groups of people. When the initial briefing has been completed, new employees should be taken to their place of work and introduced to their manager or team leader for the departmental induction program. Alternatively, they may go straight to a training school and join the department later. The next step is the introduction to the workplace. New starters will be concerned about who they are going to work for, their immediate manager or team leader, who they are going to work with, what work they are going to do on their first day, and the geographical layout of their place of work, that is, location of entrances, exits, lavatories, restrooms, and the canteen. The most important source of all this information is the immediate manager or supervisor or the team leader. The detailed induction is probably best carried out by the immediate team leader, who should have 5 main aims. First, to put the new employee at ease. Then, to interest the employee in the job and the organization. To provide basic information about working arrangements. To indicate the standards of performance and behavior expected from the employee. And to tell the employee about training arrangements and how he or she can progress in the company. And then we have the formal induction courses. A formal induction course is an opportunity to deliver messages about the organization, its products and services, its mission and values, using a range of media such as videos and other visual aids that would not be available within departments. Decisions will have to be made about who attends and when. It is normal to mix people from different departments. Ideally, induction courses should take place as soon as possible after starting. The content of formal induction courses may be selected according to the needs of the organization from the following list of subject areas: information about the organization, learning arrangements and opportunities, performance management processes, health and safety protective clothing, that is basic safety rules, conditions of service, pay and benefits, policies, procedures and working, and trade unions and employee involvement. We also have on-the-job induction training. Most new starters learn on the job, although this may be supplemented with special off-the-job courses to develop particular skills or knowledge. These on-the-job arrangements can be supplemented by self-managed learning arrangements, e-learning, and by providing advice on learning opportunities. So to sum up, in this topic, we have learned the process of hiring, that is, the recruitment, the selection, and the induction, after which a personnel starts working in an organization. Thank you.